Okay.
Good to go.
More or less. So, is everyone ready to throw some dice and maybe roleplay a little?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Indeed.
Yes, please, indeed. Very enthusiastic and very mellow. We span the gamut. So then let me take a moment to move to the map of Takal. Made a few changes for visibility's sake. We now have dashed and dotted lines. Hooray! Cece will be back momentarily, but while Cece is stepping away, I think we can take a moment. Can we take a moment? Did anyone take notes? Does anyone know what the hell happened last we left Alina, Wisp of Smoke, and Banjay, Incognitus, and Vanya?
They successfully crossed the river, and Vanya kept Alina from feeding herself to a bunch of piranha for funsies.
That is true.
Objectively correct.
Objectively correct is the best kind of correct. It's objective. Can't argue with that. It's when you're subjectively correct where things start to matter. So, let's see, I've got an icon for where the other party is. Let me move that a little bit.
My map is stuck at 99%, so I will ooh and ah over it once it decides to load.
Oh no.
Mine too.
Let's see. Can I preload the scene? What happens if I preload?
Hey!
Okay, I guess preloading and postloading are the same damn button today.
Ooh, pretty dashed line.
Hell yeah, dash lines. And a little bit of better
Suspicious
color.
dash line.
That's
Suspicious
the dash line of which way Ilya went.
The path. The path Ilya had taken. Until the path mysteriously came to an end somewhere in the never eat soggy west side of the island. So to that end. There we go. To bring us all to speed. After successfully avoiding having the paladin feed herself to a batch of quippers, and successfully fording the river, by not fording it at all, if I recall correctly, y'all used magic and cheated.
Yep.
You managed to get a Black Dragon Expedition Commission caravan across the river, away from the area of undead activity. Having been warned earlier in the day of potential problems, y'all decided to just nope out of it and avoid most problems. Upon making your way along the riverbank, following it toward Camp Righteous, presumably, knowing that you could cross the river again at any point using your magic, your group and your caravan was approached by a small troop of kobolds. Ones that you recognized. It was the Brass Bone clan, led by their diplomat, the cute one, Dusty, the one who had a little bit of magic. Upon presenting said diplomat to Nerixus, Nerixus passed her off to Leonard Monty, who would act as her bodyguard and basically welcome wagon to the rest of the caravan. Being careful to make sure nothing happened to this person of interest. Dusty passed along to you information. Having been informed about the King of Feathers and the importance of this creature's being avoided by all living things, they proceeded to scout and search for ways to help you guys in order to curry favor. They informed you that a nest had been located and that traps were being set. With this information in mind, I believe that's where we ended our last game. So, it is, I believe it is not 11 a.m. anymore. In fact, how many days had passed since the other party made their way? Stop there for the night. Stop there a second night. So I believe it is. I believe we are still on two-way the 10th, if I'm not mistaken.
That seems correct, yeah.
Alright, evening of 2A the 10th. So setting the current date. It is not 10 a.m., it is closer to... Yep. Configure. Lighting. Here we go. So...
Fancy. Did you set up a button?
A button?
Sorry, I thought the light and dark was going flickering on and off, so I thought you set up a button for it.
Actually, it is attached to the timer on the bottom right of the screen.
Mm.
You guys were approached by kobolds at around, I want to say, like 5 p.m. You guys have had some time to mull it over, consider your next activities. Alina, now
Yes.
you've got a beef with the King of Feathers.
I,
would like to know,
yeah.
knowing that you know that this thing can be found, this thing can be fought, how does Alina spend the rest of her evening after being given that information?
Prepping her gear. Alina is like, yes, tomorrow I'm going to go kill the King of Feathers. So she's going to... I mean, she'll probably talk to Jean, and Jean will probably try to talk her out of it, but there is no talking her out of it. So instead she's going to, you know, sharpen her swords, make sure her flail's in good condition, and, you know, double check all her armor, all that.
It is an absolute certainty that this is an opportunity that you will not pass up.
Indeed.
So, is this something that you keep to yourself, or does the party know that you are fully intent to do that?
Oh, the party knows.
Alright.
Alina is like, I am going to kill that fucker.
So, shortly after being told that the King of Feathers, a nest has been found, Alina, you say, I'm going to kill that fucker. And I assume you guys make plans to break away from the caravan.
Yeah, that would make sense. We don't want the caravan getting caught up in that fight.
Just to be
That's what-
clear, we are going to take on the King of Feathers, which has made a name for itself by killing off squads of explorers and adventurers. Yes, this is the creature we are going to fight.
I owe it.
That does not alleviate the... I just start miming like large creature chompy jaws.
Alina just points to her face.
Vanya, as Alina points to her face, and I'm certain that you know, or that Alina has mentioned before, where those scars came from. Vanya, I would like to ask you. You're close with Verdi, right?
Yeah.
How much has Verdi told you about the King of Feathers and their own interactions with this beast?
I might need to be double checked, but I think they had a talk about it before.
Between you and Cece,
Yeah.
Cece, if you would like to fill in the gaps here, I'm certain that Verdi would have mentioned this story to Vanya at one point. You can express that in IMs if you would like to take a moment to basically give the rundown.
I am
Yes.
familiar with the story.
You're familiar with the story, so
Well, I can just be brief about it. Birdie would have said kind of like the basics of what happened, and Vanya would have helped him with some of the healing process because he was gashed pretty bad across his back. So,
I believe that's where the dislike of what's his face began.
Monty.
Monty,
So,
yes.
the
So-
avoidance of Monte.
you find that in this moment, as you know, Alina is mentioning her intent to do what she plans to do, that there are a lot of people in your sphere who have been affected by this thing. There's a lot of bad memories attached to the King of Feathers. There's a certain awe, there's a certain wonder, there's a certain deference. They are a king of this jungle. But also, lives have been upended because of this thing.
I have no doubt that these things should be hunted and killed for what it has done to so many, but are you certain we can take care of it ourselves?
I am smarter than the last time I tried to kill it.
That seems like famous last words.
I am going to go kill it. If you would like to invite more people to come, then fine. But I am going to go kill that monster tomorrow.
I do want to invite more people, but they all happen to be somewhere else at this time.
We
Cue
could
like concerned wringing of hands, looking around the camp.
we could ask Jean to go. She is a healer. And wears big heavy metal armor.
And Baje's gonna like put a finger up to get their attention. So what's your actual plan for doing this?
I hope it is a better plan than the one you had when you faced the Celestial. Arched eyebrow at Alina.
They said the kobold knows where the nest is. Sneak up on the nest. Kill it.
I feel like we are missing a step or three in the process.
What exactly happened in your last fight? Were you able to actually hurt it at all? Does it maybe have immunity to fire? Does its feathers are the feathers as sharp as steel? Seems like there should be like a briefing about this.
Right,
Yes,
so
a briefing. That is a brilliant idea.
last time I don't remember a whole lot because I manifested my angelic properties and got ripped in half.
All the more reason for a briefing.
I've never really thought of it bigger than a Shaggy.
Oh, I forgot you were there.
That's okay.
See, they already have the sneaking part down.
That is fair.
So about this plan, is there any detail we need to work out? Something like making a bomb, maybe getting a.
Can you make a bomb?
I can't make a bomb, but
DM, can I make a bomb?
You've made things that are like bombs. It is possible that you could, with your with alchemy, to create an explosive of some kind. Yes, you would have to consider what's available to you. The first thing that comes to mind is alchemist fire or alchemist acid. Those would be the simplest things to make.
Do I remember anything about the King of Feathers fight? About the King of Feathers
Feathers.
specifically?
So, The King of Feathers. I'm just gonna give it to you since we were asking. King of Feathers. You know that it's. You know the species. You know that it's a tyrannosaur. Very large theropod, big maw, big head, big teeth. The King of Feathers is named thus because of the bright and colorful feathers along its form. It almost appears decorated. The top of its head bears a frill, almost like a crown. Through years of brutality and cunning, it has gained a reputation as an apex predator. Out of all of the large reptiles, the large dinosaurs in the jungle, this is one that is both feared and venerated. Almost like a local legend. People avoid the King of Feathers. But in a way, they almost deify it in the same way that, locals in, your part of the world, real world, might venerate a specific shark, known to have caused problems in the pier. But, a lot more lethal and a much higher KD ratio.
Is that a hint that we're gonna need a bigger boat?
No, I'm not. It's, but it's not magical. It's a cunning and brutal lizard. At the end of the day, when you fought it, when you first manifested your power and called upon that divine light, that spark that makes you a star, you know that you were fucked up at the end of that fight. But so is he. You never got to see what scars you left on him, but you are certain you left some. You wouldn't have left otherwise.
So,
this time around, you have a team.
right. So the last time we fucked each other up. Wait, phrasing, that's not correct. Anyway. It's just a lizard. It is just a very, very large, angry, mean lizard. It's not magic. It can be hurt. I did it before, I will hurt it again, but this time I will do it better.
What do you call the giant siege arrows?
Ballista?
Ballista, yes, thank you. It sounds like something we might need a ballista for.
Do you know how heavy a ballista is?
Mbaje waves his arms in the air. I don't know where we're gonna get ballista for. I don't know where we're gonna get bombs from. I don't know how we're gonna kill this thing.
Probably with a sword.
You just say you're gonna just go kill it. That's a great plan.
Alina holds up her longsword.
It is quite a long sword.
How big is this King of Feathers?
About maybe 15, 20 feet tall.
20 feet tall, perhaps? A few hundred pounds?
It's really the girth that is the more threatening part. He's very wide, especially in the mouth.
It's as big as some boats I've seen. As big as a building. What do you...
So, as you guys consider the logistics of how you plan to fight the creature, something to keep in mind is that there was mention of traps. The kobolds had mentioned setting traps. As you consider what to do, there are a number of them nearby. Dusty is nowhere to be found, but some of the gophers, the to-dos, the yes men, are out and about, jangling people's coin pouches and otherwise annoying carabiniers some meters behind your curve.
Wait, wasn't Dusty with us?
Dusty has been integrated into the caravan. Monty has basically taken her off to show her around.
Oh.
Can be found. But basically, Neurixis is treating her like a diplomat. So kind of pulling her toward the back and center of the group in order to protect.
In the caravan, are there any Are there any other alchemists or anyone who might have explosive chemicals on them?
Uh, uh,
I don't really expect it,
I,
but
I, yeah, I don't believe the gunslingers have come with you. They're still
No,
stationed at Yamzu. Um, really, it's just
they're
Edith.
not doing anything useful.
I don't think I know of any potions that might be helpful in this scenario.
Healing.
Well, of course, healing, but shit, I could have been making healing potions.
You could have been making them this whole time, bro.
Actually,
Healing potions, anything that will make you go faster or be stronger, those sorts of things.
I start rummaging through like my bags and my kits. I have mostly ooze and puddings samples that are better at not healing.
And to be certain, Biff kept the bag of spoils from Crowley, right? I can't remember if he passed those on to Alina or not.
No, Biff has the bag.
Biff definitely has the bag.
Okay, cool.
Does anyone really know some poisons? Maybe if there's a potent poison we can weaken it out with?
Actually, it would have to be a very potent poison to poison something of that size.
Well, I can certainly make maybe some hallucinogenics to give us an edge.
Oh, I'm not sure if we want an angry hallucinogenic dinosaur.
Or one that's half asleep, sedated.
Yeah, sluggish dinosaur. That is much better. Or just one that is, burning up from the insides.
Yeah, the things I make are for healing the mind, body, and soul, not for really damaging it. I can definitely try. It sounds like,
Well, really, the only difference between those things are the dosage.
Seems like cheating, but okay, do whatever you need to.
I think we should talk with Edith. Imbanji and I mean. We might be able to come up with something that could help make its life more miserable and make our lives much more better.
Okay.
Sounds
So
like
you guys
you're
put your
going to
heads
take all
together.
of the sporting out of it, but okay.
You did say the last time you faced it in a sporting match, you were torn in half.
I got better. In 2 ways.
So those of us who don't have the angelic aura, which would kind of be like everybody else in a party in this side of the world except you, kind of don't have that second chance. So we're gonna go ahead and talk to Edith.
So it seems that your party is not confident, perhaps, in themselves. I take it that Vanya and Banjay head off to Edith to discuss what can be done, what could be made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've got some ingredients, and between the three of us, we might be able to put together a potent potion.
Okay.
Potent
you guys-
poison, rather.
So just those two break off.
Alina is not 100% sold on poisoning the big game before hunting it, so. But she understands that might be the cost of having allies, so she's just gonna let them. But she's not helping them either.
God, I'm gonna have to fight dirty. All right, well, I'll be a witness to this, but I won't be an accessory. All right, so is everyone heading in that direction then?
West will follow.
Okay. I'm sure Incognitas will follow around
Yep.
because this is the battle planning phase. The battle is to be had. So in that case, you guys make your way toward the interior of the caravan, finding a lot of the wagons are starting to slow down. The beasts of burden have basically stopped for the night. They can't be pushed further. They've been walking for much too long. So you find one of the wagons where Edith is kind of sitting.